Hey, welcome, Jeff Heggie, Daily Success Strategies. Thanks for being with me today. I hope you've had a great start to your week and you've got a lot of good things planned ahead of you. So tonight, just before I'm recording this, we just got off our group coaching call for the Confident Athlete program. And this week I had my special guest, Tami Matheny, with me. She's the author of the Confident Athlete book. If you're watching this on video, it's this book here. I will put the link in the show notes so that you can get that book. But she shared a story with me on that call, and I just want to share it with y'all because it was a really impactful story about what it takes to really push yourself to be the best and what you need to do. It's a story about Michael Jordan and the impact that this experience had on him. So I'm going to switch over and let you hear her tell that story, and I'll be back in a moment.
I actually was talking to a group the other day, and there was a few people that did not know Michael Jordan. I about had a heart attack. But anyway.
I would have just gone home.
I was like, well, I felt it was my duty to teach them who Michael Jordan was at that point. Somewhere along the lines, education had failed them. So, but when he was a freshman at North Carolina, he wasn't that well known. I mean, he was kind of a big recruit, but recruits weren't nearly as big as they are now. So, people didn't know him on a national level. And Roy Williams, who was the former coach at North Carolina, he was an assistant coach that ran conditioning. And he was talking to Jordan after some sprints one day. And Jordan was telling him how he wanted to be the best that ever played at North Carolina. And so Roy was like, okay, well, what are you doing about that? And Jordan said, well, I beat everybody in every sprint. I get up more shots than everybody else. And Roy just looked at him and said, oh, okay, my bad. I thought you wanted to be the best ever. And he walked away. And Jordan said that conversation alone pushed him more than anything else he could remember. Because the message was, it's not enough just to beat others. It's how much are you pushing yourself to get better? It's not good just to get up more shots than your teammates. Are you getting enough for yourself? It's not just good enough to win every sprint. Are you improving? And I think that ties in there, to some of the things you were saying as well, Brooke, about just continuing to push yourself to be the best you can. And that sounds great. We talk about it. But then, my biggest question to athletes I work with is, okay, the how. So now how? You guys are shaking your head and agreeing, but how are you going to do it? And I honestly believe that starts with having a game plan with your self-talk, knowing what you're going to say to yourself when you don't feel like doing it or when you have challenges, and having the I call it I am statements. I am able to overcome this, or I used to struggle to speak, and I tell myself, I am a great speaker. I am a great speaker, over and over and over. It's having that body language to show up how you need to be. It's every day. I spend about 3 to 5 minutes every morning visualizing how I want to be that day, and then what I want to be in the future, and just planning that in my head over and over and over, and then putting in the work. It's hard to be confident and not have regrets when you don't put in the work.
All right. Thanks, Tami. I appreciate that. I appreciate all Tami does for me. And, coming on my call with the Confident Athlete program tonight was a lot of value added to that program, but also, she just shared so much value, and hope she's okay with me taking that material and sharing it with y'all on this podcast, because she shares so much great stuff. So again, I'll put the link to her book in the show notes. I would really encourage you to go get it. It's a great book. And, that whole message, it's not enough just to beat others. What are you doing for your own sake? What are you doing to push yourself? And how much are you pushing yourself to get better? That's the question you need to be asking yourself. Not, are you beating the others on your team? Are you beating those right there? What are you doing to get better? What are you doing to push yourself? That's really what I want you to ask yourself, whether you're an entrepreneur, an athlete, or whatever it is. But again, that was from our Confident Athlete program group coaching call tonight. If you're an athlete or a parent of an athlete, I strongly encourage you to check it out. jeffhaggie.com/confidentathlete. We've got an amazing group of people in there, and it's a great course. So I really encourage you to check that out. jeffhaggie.com/confidentathlete. And do me a favor, go share this episode with someone that's going to benefit from it. I'd really appreciate it and helps us grow our community. But thanks for being with me, and I'll be back again tomorrow.